Hey everyone, and welcome back. I hope you all had an outstanding holiday season. This week, we are kicking off Season 2 of the LAKESCAPE Photography Podcast. Hey everyone, and welcome back to the LAKESCAPE Photography Podcast. We are officially kicking off Season 2, and there are a lot of exciting things happening this season and a few announcements that are going to make this season even better than Season 1. You guys reached out and told me what you would like to see in Season 2, and I heard you. So kick back and relax as we take a look at Season 2 and what's ahead. I want to kick this one off a little differently though. A year ago, this podcast was just a dream. It was an idea scribbled on notepads and post-it notes, and a passion to pursue it. It was fueled by the goal of inspiring others, collaborating with talented individuals, and sharing how beautiful our incredible Great Lakes region is with the world. As we closed out 2025 and Season 1, the final numbers rolled in, and guys, it was a huge season. The podcast has been downloaded in over 20 countries around the world, topping download charts and landing on multiple top 10 podcast lists. It was named the second best landscape photography podcast overall in the United States and the number one podcast in the Great Lakes region. That is incredible. And that's not a me thing, that's a you thing. Because none of this happens if you don't hit play. Share episodes with friends and let these conversations carry you into the wilderness. So before we get into Season 2 and all the things that are coming with it, I just want to say this. Thank you. Words will never begin to express how thankful I am to each and every single one of you. Thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you to every guest that trusted me and joined me on the show. Thank you for the emails, the messages, the comments, and the love that you guys shared all throughout Season 1. Whatever success this podcast has had, and whatever success it has into the future, I do not get to claim that alone. It's because of awesome people like you that this show continues to grow, inspire, and lead the way. So all of you out there, you guys are incredible, and I thank you so very much for that support. As we kick off Season 2, I want to make an announcement right up front. This is not just my podcast, it's ours. And at the end of Season 1, so many of you reached out and told me how much the show helped you in some way. How it changed the way you planned a trip, approached bad weather, or even how it inspired you to see your own backyard differently. Hearing the impact that this show has had and how it has resonated with so many of you, I realized I made the wrong call at the end of Season 1. I said I was going to slow the show down to monthly episodes, but after taking December off to be with my family and talking with so many of you, I realized that it's better off remaining at new episodes every 2 weeks. So going forward, episodes will be released on Thursdays starting today through November 19th, which is the Thursday right before Thanksgiving. Season 2 will close right before the holidays and we'll pick it back up after, just like we did in Season 1. That's 24 episodes this season, and I'm genuinely excited for the adventures ahead. We're switching from a Tuesday release to a Thursday release because it felt like the best way to use the episodes as a primer for your weekend inspiration. You tune in on Thursdays, and you have the weekend right in front of you to get out there and let that excitement carry you out into the field, the darkroom, or on a completely new adventure. The show is here to serve, and so am I. And I felt like this was the best way to do that. As we look ahead into Season 2, I want to take a look back at where it all began, because when I started this podcast, I had no idea if anybody was going to listen, but I trusted my heart, and I knew that there were more people out there just like me. People who love the Great Lakes and the landscapes of the Midwest, the experiences, the adventures, and the moments that only our beautiful region can provide. I had no idea if this show was going to be a hit or if I was going to have 3 listeners. I had no idea what effect it would have on the region or if anybody would tune in at all. But you did. You guys showed up for episodes about the seasons, the experiences, sharing honest stories and breaking down barriers, encouraging everyone to get out there and have a personalized adventure of their own. You listened to conversations with photographers who live and breathe this stuff. You reached out and told me that an episode helped you rethink an approach, maybe how you pivot in tough conditions, or just that it's helped you take your photography to the next level. That's what matters to me, guys. Not the charts, not the rankings, just that confirmation that something we talked about here actually changed the way you see things or show up out there in the field. That is my reward. Knowing that this is having a positive impact out there and helping you guys, that's greater than any top 10 chart or ranking list could ever be as far as I'm concerned. Throughout season 1, so many of you guys reached out to make suggestions, requests, and provide feedback on how we can make this even better. So in August, I started thinking about what season 2 was going to look like, how we were going to take something incredible and make it even better. I wanted to take this momentum and keep building on what we started here, with your suggestions, your requests, and your feedback leading all of it. I wanted it to feel like a step forward, a better experience for you, and something that makes sense for everyone. So, I took some time. I wrote down all the feedback and suggestions and thought about what came next. I needed to figure out how I could build your suggestions into this and still deliver on the promises of season 1. And as I went through everything, it really came down to 2 big requests: visuals and community. So season 2 is not just a podcast anymore. It's part of a broader, shared experience that all of us are going to be a part of. So many messages went something like, "Nick, I love the show, the stories, the guests, but I want to see it too. I want more visuals." That's completely fair. We're photographers. We're visual creatures. We live in photographs and seeing and experiencing. Audio is powerful, but sometimes you want to see the way the light broke through the clouds or join the adventure to that remote waterfall that we talked about. Here on the podcast, I always emphasize that experience piece first. And admittedly, that can't always be shared through an audio-only approach. I get it. Links in the show notes are great, but they're only there to share the end result, not the adventure and the experience it took to get that. Of course, we talk about it, we share, we explain that experience, but it's not visual. So in season 2, we're going to make YouTube part of the podcast over on my channel, Nicholas Elbert Photography. That's where we're going to explore the adventure-driven experiences that are focused on the locations that we discussed and shared throughout season 1. You guys are going to see how I move through a location from scouting, the decisions, and sometimes just striking out entirely. But I want to show you guys that real honest process, the authentic experience, the good, the bad, and the ugly, not just the highlight reel. We're going to explore fieldcraft, post-processing, and invite greater collaboration with other photographers in real places under real conditions. The podcast is still going to be the place where we slow down, go deeper as we always have, share that mindset behind the in-the-field decisions, and the why behind chasing certain conditions and making decisions out there. We'll continue with trip debriefs, lessons learned, the real story and experience, and of course, those long-form conversations with guests that we all love and enjoy together. Think of it like this. The podcast episode covers the reflection and the deeper experiences through solo episodes and discussions with guests, and the YouTube channel shares the visual experience, the adventure, in a direct, field-first video. The podcast and the YouTube channel are meant to coexist. They're meant to complement each other. There will be some episodes that have a related YouTube video and others that are just standalone episodes or videos. But if you haven't already, you can find me on YouTube at Nicholas Elbert Photography. If the podcast has helped you at all, I would love for you to subscribe over there too, so you can actually watch the experiences we talk about here. In Season 2, I am going to have more of a YouTube-focused approach in an effort to provide more visuals, storytelling, fieldwork content, and all that stuff that you guys asked for in Season 1. Last year, I had planned on making YouTube videos, but a very ambitious start to Season 1 with 1 episode a week quickly tanked that plan entirely. This year, I'm emphasizing balance and working on delivering the best experience possible for everyone on the podcast and the YouTube channel. But in order to do that, we need a central place where we can all come together. And that's the part that I'm most excited about, the community. So many of you guys reached out and asked for something beyond a Facebook group or an Instagram hangout, a real true community of photographers that are passionate about landscape photography. So alongside all of this, I'm launching the Great Lakes Photo Collective. It's a Discord community focused on the Great Lakes and the Midwest, but ultimately it's open to anyone, anywhere in the world who connects with the podcast, the YouTube videos, and just wants to be a part of it. The community is a low-pressure hangout outside of social media where we can just relax, enjoy each other's work, interact with each other, interact around episodes, videos, have discussions, and share those experiences around the world. Join, feel free to share your work, ask questions, encourage each other. Again, it's a no-pressure community. Everyone's invited, all skill levels are welcome, and it's completely free to join. Think of it as a community hanging out around a campfire, not a content feed. There's no algorithm. It's not some high-traffic, 24/7, constantly buzzing content machine. It's not intended to be. I'm not going to be hammering you guys with daily prompts, complicated events, or endless sales pitches and special offers. No noise. Just fun, engaging discussion, and the enjoyment of landscape photography. But most importantly, it's not just another social media treadmill. There's no algorithm, there's no competition. It's just our authentic experiences out there in the wilderness in a place where we can share that with each other. So if you're a landscape photographer, astrophotographer, nature, wildlife, cityscape, however you enjoy being outdoors, this community is for you. Jump in, join the discussion. The whole point is just to have a place off of the algorithm where we can talk about photography and share our experiences like humans, not like social media accounts. I heard you guys, and I took every request to heart. I appreciate your trust, your support, and I don't take that responsibility lightly. If I'm going to be a voice for the Great Lakes and landscape photography, I want to keep earning that by producing meaningful, helpful content and sharing my authentic, honest experiences out there. But this is not just about me, it's about you. And that's why inside of the community, I'm rolling out a segment called From the Collective. It's an opportunity for me to take a step back and put the spotlight on you guys, the community itself. And this is how it works. Inside of the Discord community, there's a channel titled From the Collective. You can jump in there, share some of your recent favorite photos, wherever they're from, the Great Lakes, the Midwest, wherever you might be in the world. And each month, I'll pick a few to share that really embody what we talk about here. Could be incredible light, awesome conditions, thoughtful compositions, a beautiful story or experience. I'll take a couple minutes to talk about the images on the podcast and share who created them, where they were made, what I love about them, and include links to your socials so others can find you too. And all these will be compiled into a post on the Instagram account so you can see them there, check them out, and not just hear me describe them. I want to put this out there though. This is not a contest. There are no rankings, no scores, no best of the month. It's not about having the most expensive gear or the most incredible dramatic locations. None of that. It's just a way to celebrate the work that you guys are doing and highlight thoughtful images and stories. I want to emphasize a real community of people creating together. So join the Great Lakes Photo Collective, share a few images, tell us where they were taken, the story behind the photograph, and every month I'll pick a few to feature here on the podcast and in that Instagram post. But guys, we're only on season 2, and I intend to keep this thing going as long as I am physically able to do so. Most importantly, I want to keep building this into something that is truly useful and inspirational to every single one of you guys out there. Season 1 was huge, and it's because of you. Season 2 is about doing things better, leading change with your suggestions and your requests. The podcast and the YouTube channel work together to give you the story, the visuals, and the guest interviews that you guys know and love. And we're kicking this season off with a community that'll help keep this thing growing, improving, and continuing long into the future. This is just the beginning, guys. So thank you again for being here, for listening, for joining me on this journey. With all that said, let's make it official. Welcome to Season 2 of the LAKESCAPE Photography Podcast. Enjoyed the episode that launched along with this one. I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Take care, everybody.